relating to the growth and development of Liberia, Grand Jide Lodge. So I'd like to say welcome, welcome. Today is the 20th day of May and the year remain 2026. So to all of our followers out there, our regular listeners, our fans, would like to say welcome to this wonderful platform. There's a secret, yes, that I think they told you that if you can call just 3 times in the week, even 4 times at the end of the week, you're going to be walking away with something to recharge your phone. That's how it works. Yeah, it is a very beautiful thing. And you know about Top FM, what it always, do when it comes to promoting our listeners, promoting our colleagues, and making everybody to feel that, yes, we're not just talking, but we are important when it comes to, you know, providing information on the platform. So this is Alberto D4. I'm here along with the co-host while we are with the other panelists. My name is Chris Beware. I'd like to say good evening to our online followers. If you don't want to go on Facebook, you just go to your Facebook and type in Top FM. You go to our, you put in our email address, and you're going to be listening to on the online platform where you will listen to the audio. Yes, in the any part of the world you find yourself, you can listen to us while you're working. You hear from the county, and those of you listening by radio would like to say good evening and welcome to this platform. So if you are there tonight, we can say what is on your mind. If you are there tonight listening, you've been listening around Liberia, you've been following the Facebook, you can call in tonight. Let's discuss. Even though we have a heavy, rainfall this, evening, the weather is cool in Grand Jide County. Everybody now are indoor, because of the rain, LEC gone off. So there's no current. We're using, machine. So everybody now in the area, in the dark, the cold and the heat, everything messed up. So it's not easy. However, we like to say welcome. Thanks so much for always listening to us. We don't know by what means you are listening to us, but we want to say thank you. So tonight, if you are there, you've been, information, tuning in Facebook. Maybe you see, I don't see, and other people out there they don't see, and most of the people now really use the Facebook, especially for our people in, the rural area. So you can call her tonight. Let's have, discussion. What is on your mind? How do you want for the people of Grand Jide County to work? What do you want from the government? What's about the case of Yake Koriba and Samuel Towe coming back? Or boy, you saw them on camera today. The press conference was crying. So let's discuss Liberia, and is a signal to all of those our brothers and sisters, our father and mother that are on duty, that are on duty. So it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. So if you are if you are in power, understand that the day you shall leave, power will be holding you if you eat our money. So let me go over to my own father and one of the panelists, Amos D. Wright. Good evening, Mr. Wright, and welcome on Alberto D4 tonight.
Thank you so much, great man. I'm happy for the welcome, and I'm here. I've been away a few days. Always happy to be back on the platform. Thank you for the warm welcome.
Thank you so much. So you have to sit at the back there while we go to the phone line and hear our people.
Yeah, sure.
We have a lot of
Yeah,
things.
sure.
Yeah, we have a lot of things training on the Facebook. So maybe other people not on Facebook, and maybe they want to hear it. So our callers out there, yeah, if you want to be part of the platform, you can join us, and then we talk. So we're going to take calls, and when the other panel comes, and then we continue. So we're going to the phone line. So folks, if you are there, we'd like to say welcome. Call on 0881 1435 04 0881 1435 04 0776 105 105 0776 105 105 0881 1435 04 0776 105 105. And you're going to be live tonight on A Bed to D4, where people all around the world will be listening to you. Yes, indeed, they're going to be listening to you. So let's go to the phone line. Okay, we lost our first caller. You know, always the first caller get a blessing. So caller 0881 1435 04 0776 105 105. Let hear you. What all you been observing? If you are, if you are that guy or that lady who love to follow social media, or if you can listen to radio, okay, FM, Top FM this morning, or the platform, yeah. What is happening? Especially again, you can tell what is happening in your community as you live in Grand Jide. What is happening? Let's go to the phone line and talk to our first caller this evening. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, brother. Beware. How are you?
I'm doing good. I think this is Asisibi.
Yes, sir. The name remains Ake Segwe,
Mr.
and I
Sibi.
call you from Brazil area.
Welcome, sir. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much, brother Beware. What caught my mind is that I want to extend my deepest condolences to the bereaved family of brother Abu 50.
Okay.
You know, this guy, he was a young guy who invested into business in Zoedru. He had a lot of us that, know him or knew him, And so I want to extend my deepest condolences to the bereaved family that they can take heart. But what really I want to say to the public, I believe this guy was investing into transport. That is motorbike. He had motorbike on traffic. He helped a lot of people, when it comes to transportation. Some of us got on a bag, Sometimes I went in a garage and other things. I interacted with him. But I want to advise all of those guys who has his motorbike, who were working with him. It would be good to be sincere. The back while this guy is away, we will never see him again. Be sincere and turn over the back to the family.
Okay.
If the family deem it necessary for you to still use it, for your goodwill, you will get that thing back to yourself and use it.
Okay.
So I want to send this advice to all of those that were interacting with him, doing business with him on the line of transportation, riding his bike, and to all of you, please do not be ungrateful. Turn over the bag. When the family deem it necessary, they will give it back to you. This is sincere, please. That's why I call to extend my deepest condolences to the bereaved family. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back monitoring.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sibi. Thank you so much. You said something very important. Yes, there are other people that may give that guy give motorbike, and even the family member, other guys don't know them. However, you have to be committed. If you're going to be rich, you will be rich, but don't steal and get rich. Call the 0881 1435 04 0881 1435 04 0776 105 105 0776 105 105. And you're going to be live this evening on A Bed to D4. What is on your mind? What you want to talk about? Let's go to the phone line and talk to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Beware.
Good evening. What is your name? Where you calling up from?
This is Alice Namwe from the office community.
Mr. Nawi, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, my problem have to do with the issue about Samuel 12 and the others. This government, I don't know how they want to really take the whole issue.
Okay.
You know, they just want to take, you know, the CDC hurricanes. They just want to jail them, maybe during election time, so that they can have the edge over, you know, over the CDC.
Okay.
But all the plan they're doing, I think, go first.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the witch hunting that we're talking about is what going on.
Mm.
You will see the plan if you listen to the guy they call Noah Gibson on EABC.
Mm.
You can't have the secret they have their meeting they can be having. Sometimes you can go on the radio explore what they want to do.
Okay.
So the whole thing here now even when CDC don't come in power, God forbid, any government that will come in power, that the same thing will be doing. That thing will create war in future.
Mm.
We don't pray for it. Seriously.
Okay.
The way they're treating people in this country here, the one we're bringing that tears in that man eye. They don't to say the case warn him.
Okay.
But it's that he's grieving. Why you don't do somebody to say because you found a minister. So you saying why is some truth on him. So while that tears are moving, if you remember Jesus Christ, you were the time you were living. That tears that dropped from Jesus, it was blood. That was the sign. So let them keep on. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of the platform. Sometimes our action can cause all kinds of things. When remember the same guy, I do cut off. Let's hear you tonight, Liberia. Yeah, this too is Liberia. Let's hear you tonight on 088-114-3504, 088-114-3504, 0776 105 105, 0776 105 105. And you're going to be live tonight. You're listening to the other products. And what is on your mind? What is happening in your community? What you want to talk about that happening in Liberia? Some of you are good at following social media and the fact that other people are not there. So, you know, you're talking about somebody say, Samuel were crying because they can go on, you know, social media, but that's happened when they call for the press conference. So these are the things. So you can call up on 0881 143504, 0776 105 105. What you want to talk about tonight? We have a lot of things, yes, that have been happening. So if you are there, call on 0881 143504, 0776 105 105. Let's play our things on a little bit. When we come back, we continue taking calls until the co-host, you know, show a thumb.
Ready to fight, no matter no parents like, look my stuff, we not go high. Mr. Jotubo, bring them sense, ready veterans, big one, I'm a straight up and clear. Anthony WK, see the make me think clear. Claudia Smith, strong woman here, you wrong, she goes there. Leader G, how this side, for me don't see me there like, give up people, you're ready. Steady, steady. From push to down, from market to yard. If the matter strong, create it. I beg to differ. Liberia.
All right. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Ware.
Ware. Thank you, Mr. Ware.
The time says 5:18, and it's 9:18 over there to y'all in Liberia. So let's get it rolling. Mr. Amos D. Wright, how are you doing today, sir? I know, are you still in Gompa City?
To start with, yes, I'm still in Gompa City. I'm going to be here for a very long time. Gompa is my new home, if you will. When you see me in Monrovia now, then I'm there for weekend or some break.
Okay. How's the weather there? I know Gompa is a very bustling city, but bring us up to date with Gompa. I haven't seen anything or read anything about Gompa recently.
Gompa is here since my arrival. In the few days I've been here, The focus of the activities have been on the youth. They had the National Unification Day. The youth celebrated it for 3 days. The third day was a career symposium, and I spoke to them on the issue of the danger of prioritizing money over purpose. And but the ground is youth dominated in terms of activities, developmental top of things, and they are really fighting for peace. They want Ganta to be one. They want Nimba to be one. That's what I'm seeing, and they took some interest in my involvement, and they've been using me as elder and advisor on most of their activities. And I see it as kind of giving back to Nimba, because I'm sure you are aware I was born in Nimba. All of us, Gordon, and the rest of my siblings and I, we lived almost 90% of our lives here in Cape Town until we left and started going other parts. So Ganta is great. Ganta is great. It rained a little bit this evening for something like 2 minutes, and then the weather came back to normal. Uh, Today the sun wasn't so hot. The weather was very friendly yesterday and today.
Great, great. Yeah, man, we are all proud of Ganta City, how much it has evolved, into the city it is, and it's becoming one of Liberia prides. And we are rooting for Ganta, man. Come on, Ganta. We need more skyscrapers, more beautiful stores and restaurants, and all the whole nine. We need it in Ganta there. Because when I go home to Zaita, I want to stop by there and and chill a little bit before I pass on. Yeah.
You said it will, Mr. Wright. You said it will.
Okay. Well, Mr. Chris B. welcome to you, sir. Welcome to another city that we are rooting for. Zulu Whiskey, Zwedru City. Talk to us about Zwedru. What's going on? What's the weather there? About Zwedru. What's going on? What's the weather there? Mr. Ware? Mr. Ware?
Okay, thanks so much, Mr. Wright. Let me say thank you so much. Grand Jeddah having to be one of the Zwedru having to be one of the the boarding city in the eastern region of Liberia. Yes, indeed. Zwedru is doing great. This evening we have when it comes to the water condition, we have a heavy rainfall that make everybody now they are relaxing in their very home because of the rain. LEC gone, so this whole city is dark beside those who using their generator. But the fact that Zwedru Grand Jeddah is sad, as we been saying the gone time, because very young potential young guy died, and his body arrived yesterday. And last night, our candle night, the whole city, if you go on social media, you're going to see that. And this afternoon, he was laid to rest. So as we speak, not only there beside the rain, yesterday happened, the whole city was quiet beside the wake. All the clubs were empty. And people are like, why? But you can't ask God why, and you can't ask why because if you say why me, who you expect for it to happen to. But when it comes to a number of activities, Zwedru is one of the the bordering county with have a border with Africa, and so the Burkinabes on a daily basis they are entering Zwedru, and the city is getting jam packed. So, but for safety, our security are doing well. Yeah, our security are doing well. Everything are running smoothly. For our business community are running. The business are running. So everything is okay. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Thank you.
All right, Mr. B. Ware, thank you so much.
All right, Mr. B. Ware, thank you so much for rooting for Georgia.
Okay, let's bring in Mr. Nubo.
Okay.
Well, before I talk to Mr. Nubo, we do have another interesting a viewer here from Abuja, all the way Abuja, Nigeria, Mr. Rufus Dobber. Mr. Dobber, thank you for watching. We appreciate you following up from the Nigerian capital, Abuja. Please comment and help share the show for us. Thank you so much. The next time we're going to open the line for you to call. We're going to open the line later if you're still on. You see the numbers passing on the bottom of the screen there. We'll have you call in and talk to us from Abuja. We appreciate that, Mr. Dobber, okay? But thanks for watching. Mr. George H. Nubo, how are you doing today, sir? I love to call this name. I don't know why.
I'm doing because I love to give you a hard time. That's the reason. I'm doing great. Today is very hot again.
Absolutely.
And yes, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes, sir.
So good evening to all of you, the panelists, and good evening to the listeners. Thank you.
Alrighty. Welcome to the show, sir. So, gentlemen, we have a lot going on today. I'm sure you're aware of it as well. So, there are two important stories that I wanted to roll out for now. Okay. What happened to Chris? Chris dropped. What happened?
Chris dropped.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him on the screen. But anyway, we're live on the web. So let's continue. He'll join us again. Two main stories I want us to deal with. One is the Samuel Tuer case. Samuel Tuer is seen. People say emotional. I said they've been crying like baby. Yeah, I say so. Emotional, my folk. The man cried. Say no government can take him down. Okay, we'll play the tip first. We'll hear Samuel Tuer speak, and then our next tip will roll out will be that of how to call it the denier today from the Supreme Court of Mr. Numa. How you call that legal term again?
Bit of information.
Bit of information. Okay, I want you to call it. All right.
Oh. You want it to come from my mouth.
I want to come for you. All right. Yeah. So our next video will be the bill of information that came out of the Supreme Court today, the highest court in the land. Some people are saying, Ms. Columbine, Yega Columbine should leave on with God now because, when the Supreme Court speaks, that is like God has spoken in the legal term, anywhere in the world. The legal God has spoken. So that's it. Just leave your own with God. Other people can say. So those two tips we're playing and we'll analyze it and we'll chew on it as much as we can. And if there's any other thing out there, we'll bring it to you.
Why are we going back to Tuer case?
I'm saying, say that again.
Why are we going back to Tuer case?
Oh, so I wrote a video out. Tuer, his lawyer appeared today at a press conference, and he became, people say emotional. I said the man cried. That's what I said, and that's what happened. He said no government can take him down. But
so
we'll see.
Do you know the reason? Because
the reason is
there was jury tampering.
Yeah, I heard that.
Jury tampering.
Yes.
That is the reason why he's crying. Because if the investigation is proven or right, it means that those jurors will be fined, or even people who did the tampering will be fined, and the case could be retried.
Yes.
So that's why he's crying. He did something wrong.
Other people got the theory, Mr.
I think they said 3 jurors.
Yes.
3 jurors talking about the tampering. 3. And they know what they're talking about. So if like you will cry too. Yeah, 12 hands caught in a cookie jar.
No, yeah, just to give
money. Yeah, anyway, let's go to the video.
Yeah, I mean, just to give a little to our own to what you just said as far as the background of the video about the play is concerned. Well, I don't know what it is video. I didn't even listen to the video. I want to say that. But to your case, you are saying this is why I don't know because I have not watched the video yet.
No, the video is very short.
No, the one I'm playing, this one is
Okay.
well, yeah, it's got a lot of time, 1 or 2 minutes to have, But according to the news I read this morning, I think it was Daily Observer that few of the video was sequestered, meaning they were isolated. I mean, other than 9 views, every one of them were isolated. But one, it was discovered that they were receiving phone calls. They were receiving phone calls. Again, Mr. Nubo, that Unity Party government has shown incompetence over and again. I can play this issue. I think I'll try to play it again. Do you guys remember when the thing came out and the post said there could be some juror tampering? You know what Oswald Twa said? Oswald Twa said there was no juror tampering. That the case was fairly tried and the decision was arrived at based on the evidence that was available to the people. Nobody should try to undermine the judicial process of Liberia. That was Oswald Twa press conference he had in a beautiful conference room. So for us to be seen now that some of the jurors were caught receiving phone calls, even though they were sequestered, they were isolated away from the general public, and someone were watching the news and all of that, it is mind-blowing. This is where I said these people within the Unity Party government are highly incompetent because they don't know what they're doing. And every time they try to cover up, they expose themselves every day. So having said that, let me roll this video, please. I've never seen this before.
$15 jurors sitting on my voice, 9 of them returning a verdict of not guilty against a powerful government that wanted to be destroyed. That day, I thank God I was born and I did. Thank you. So, John, I thank you.
All right, one more time, Roy, because I think let's start from the beginning.
No government, no justice, no judge can take my freedom away. It is vouchsafed people of this country. Today, I saw 9 jurors sitting under my voice, 15 jurors sitting under my voice, 9 of them returning a verdict of not guilty against a powerful government that wanted to be destroyed. That day, I thank God I was born and I did it. Thank you.
Okay. Does anyone mind understand what I said right at the end? What was he saying? Mr. Nubo. Mr. Wright?
Yeah.
Did you hear what was saying in there? I mean, I didn't get it.
What I heard.
I don't get it. Maybe
Yeah.
I think 9 jurors on his side now and 3 on the government. Okay, go ahead.
How can you put me on, you put Mr. Noble on at the same time?
No, Mr. Nubo, mute himself. I think there's a delay here.
No. I interrupted you. It's your time, Mr. Amos D. Wright.
Thank you, Mr. Numo. So what I thought I heard was that the bigger picture is he thinks no system can take his freedom away. And I'm sure it is in connection with the case that just ended and the government has initiated temporary investigation. And he might probably be seeing it as a personal thing. That's the context I think he's speaking from. No court, no system can take my freedom away. I think that's what I heard him say.
Okay, but who has said they're going to take his freedom away? Where is he speaking from? The government is not doing due diligence. Okay, people, if verdict will return.
I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm not in the direction. I'm not interpreting what he said. I'm only telling you what I heard from him.
Okay, all right. I'm going to hold it right there, Mr. Nubo. Before I wrote it to Tipikin, what's your understanding of what I said there? No, Mr. Nubo, hold on a second before I come to you, Mr. Wright. What did he say at the end of the tip? What you heard? Because before he started doing, that crying or whatever was that.
I think the words I heard at the end were, "No one can take my freedom away."
Oh.
No one. He talked about court. He talked about lawyer. He talked about system, and then he ended by saying, "No one can take my freedom away," and in our emotional state.
Okay. All right. So that's your take, Mr. Wright.
But
we'll hold it right there, Mr. Nubo.
He talked about 9 jurors. I don't know what the connection. Actually, did you hear 9 jurors?
Yeah, he said 15 jurors sat on the case, none returned, and no verdict. I would say no guilty verdict. And then he went on to murmur that. I really want to know what he said after that.
So the jurors will be 12, right?
Well, in the case, he said 15. No, 12 are good with numbers, so we'll take it.
No, because they are 12. The other 3, they went and said that cookie jar, no, Mr. 12 hand was inside. So that's why you talk about 9 jurors.
Okay. Yeah, because he's at 15. I'm at 15. Okay, but the thing is, I thought it should be 12. But anyway, no problem.
No, 15 from among the 15, they select 12.
Right.
And the other 3, they are reserved in case something happens, or then they go and grab one from there.
Right. They put them on the standby just in case.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
I'll come back to you again, Mr. Anu, but the same thing I asked Mr. Wright. What did you hear to say at the end of the video before he started to get emotional and start crying? What did he say in that period? Because I don't understand what he said. I can't understand what he said there. You want to replay the tip? I mean, because
replay it.
All right, because I really didn't understand the brother. No joke.
So, gentlemen, thank you. No government, no justice, no judge can take my freedom away. It is vouchsafed by the people of this country. Today I saw 9 jurors sitting under my voice, 15 jurors.
All right, again, is that devise it? A devise shit? What is that? What he's saying there? I beg you, please take note of that one. Again, I don't know what the term. I don't know the term the brother put in that statement. Devise it by the people. I didn't understand it.
Sitting on my voice, 9 of them returning a verdict of not guilty against a powerful government that wanted to be destroyed. That day, I thank God I was born and I live. Thank you.
Oh, that day I thank God that I live. Is that what you heard? Mr. Dubo?
No, I think Mr. Amos D. Wright is in Monrovia or in Liberia, or maybe he can interpret good.
Yeah, Mr. Redby.
What is happening to Mr. Nubo's interpretational skills?
Now you're doing here. Now you're doing is don't understand what he said.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you what I'm kind of sensing.
Okay.
What I'm sensing
If you
is
yeah, we'll play it again because I want to see the thing I can't say. Seriously. If you we'll play it again.
What did he say before he started crying?
what I'm sensing is appealing for political sympathy. I'm hearing an appeal for political sympathy just in case the case turns the other way around with a proven fight that the jurors will temper with. In that case, he sees himself going to jail, which probably he's expecting, and he's trying to get a buy-in from the opposition community so that they start using words like witch hunt and etc. That's what I'm really hearing in his emotional state.
Okay.
But
all right.
If you want sympathy, you will go dressed like this.
So you are now
if I want sympathy, I will go like. You listening to me?
I'm
I
listening
said,
to you.
If I want sympathy, I'll go in my slippers. No, I will look like some kind of malnourished or former government official. No, so people will be sympathetic and say, this guy is going through hell. And he doesn't deserve this. This man used to be minister. Why is the Bouaka government treating him like this? Why you go in a word or three-piece and you go in you started talking and then at the end, that happened with by sympathy. When they were calling the jurors, it did not occur to them when they were calling the jurors.
Look,
when brown envelope were flying all over the place, it didn't occur to them. Let the court carry on its investigation. If I, George Nubo, do not know anything about that, I will have a press conference and say, no, I dare the court to come here with any proving or allegation. Because my hands are clean. I didn't do any jury tampering. My hands are clean. And I came out clean. I went in the case clean and I came out clean. So anything they want to do, any investigation, let them do the investigation. That's what
yes.
I would have said.
Yes. Look, it is hypocritical. I'm telling you all this thing, man. It is purely hypocritical to see Samuel Twe crying live on camera. I'm going to come to you, Mr. Beware, so you give her your take. But I'll hold it right there. But let me come to you. Mr. Beware, tell her, where did you hear from Twitter and what's your understanding of that?
Okay.
Replay.
Yeah, of course. you have the replay, yes.
Okay, replay.
Yeah, because
yeah, we do.
Okay. For me, I don't understand anything.
All right.
Yeah, because
Hold on, Chris. Hold on, Chris. Hold on. Let me put it back.
Let me put it back.
okay, okay, do that, please.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
Against a powerful government that wanted to be destroyed. That day, I take on.
But again, Chris, we coming.
Yeah.
I beg you. You're listening to what they say. Return a verdict of no guilty against a powerful government
Mm-hmm.
that you want to destroy.
Mm-hmm.
What the guy is saying, I beg you. This is serious stuff.
Of course.
What is Stuart saying here? Stuart's completely out of his mind. Nothing the man saying is coherent. That is the fact. Let me play a little piece against you. This guy.
Take on. I was born. Thank you. That day, I take on. I was born. Against a powerful government that wanted to be destroyed. That day, I take on. I was born.
Okay, Chris, please mute. I think getting an echo.
Okay.
Mute and replay.
A powerful government that wanted to be destroyed. That day, I take on. I was born. 9 of them returning a verdict of not guilty against a powerful government that wanted to be destroyed.
A powerful government that wanted to be destroyed? What is this? I don't get it. Returning a no verdict decision against a powerful government that wanted to be destroyed? What is the guy saying?
That day, I take on. I was born.
That day, I thank God I was born to live. I mean, I don't get it. I thought
you say on palm.
All right.
The man who singing, I'm a token.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm a token. That's true. But maybe Chris can help us interpret what the man is saying. Chris, go ahead, my man.
Thank you so much. I've been watching that. Yeah, I think it took me about 5 to 6 minutes just to understand that part. Yeah, the little one is coming to destroy the powerful government, and they want break in. I thank God, all the kind of thing. For me, I don't understand it. But Mr. Nimbo said something. When it comes to issue like this, if you know that you are clean, you have no problem, and you know everything was fair, you have no fear. You have no need to cry. What making you cry? The time you should have cried is the time when they say, you are not guilty. You have to say now and say, I thank God that even I not do it and God back me. But now you when they tell you, say, sometimes we can bring problem on ourselves. When I told you went on social media, you started to dance and you started to be. What make you now? You still need to be dancing even when they say they were fraud, because you're not causing any problem. You don't carry on any problem. You not call the juror. Why is the problem now? You're crying, even talking to the public, and you're talking in the sense that nobody can understand you. Powerful government where? They're not dealing with government, they're dealing with individual. So that's just my take. It's clear, the talking was not clear. And I can force myself to say I need to understand it. But because everything I know, I thank God I was born, and coming here, what powerful. The only thing I can understand that is the 9 juror, the 15 juror, out of the 15 juror, 9 juror, ran a very no. He was not found guilty. So that's the only part for me I can understand. But the rest of it, I guess the only thing is a powerful government. And where a powerful government coming about. So, sometimes if they're not in your favor, you say the people are doing the wrong thing. They can be talking about a huge amount of money, and they say, you want a case, go home. You start dancing around, yeah, there's much. You think people will not be digging to understand? So if the people are talking about it, that means they have evidence to it. And when they have evidence, they're going to hold you back. They're going to hold you back. So these are the reasons. But why are you crying? So that's just my take on that. We need to be very careful. It's not about my uncle, my brother, or my partisan. It's about making Liberia to get on the right trajectory. Anybody, tomorrow it can hold anybody. The UP that is in power now, they will leave power. They're not going to be there forever. Even when they're doing the best thing as time go by, they will be changed. So if anybody found, we found you that you corrupt any government property or anything, we're going to call you back. So that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ware. Thank you very much. I'm with you, my brother. I am with you. Just like you said, I heard the first part of the Roberta speech or press conference, whatever you want to call it. But after that non-juror returned a no guilty verdict, whatever he said there, it was nothing but complete gibberish. I didn't understand nothing. If he did, it's not coherent. He's not making sense in there, and nothing will be understood there. But that's my point. Let's welcome to the platform, Mr. Christopher J. Nippet. Mr. Nippet, please say hello to the fellow panelists and to the listening audience, and then we'll come back to you.
What a splendid day, a blessed day for all of us, including Mr. Amos Wright. For a while you have not been on the show. I guess that you were so involved with your regular activities. I want to welcome also and say thank you to the co-host and to the ever energetic Chris Ware. Thank you for the service that you continue to render our people. And those in the radio and television landscape, it is my pleasure to be in audience with you. And please stay with us because I beg to differ. It's not anything that tend to bother people, but it is a show that explains to you, analyzes what is going on. With an intention, all of us on this show, we speak with a high degree of intentionality. We don't mince our words, but we want to be very, very courteous when we are presenting the various views to you. Mr. Nubo is not on the show. I look forward to seeing him. The veteran is also not there. I don't see Mr. Kasser this time, and we hope to encourage all of those, including Councillor Day, to please make your presence felt on the show. And to the managing director, it's a splendid thing that you decided to do so that we can beg to differ with people. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Christopher J. Nippet. So you met us talking about
Mr. Nubo is here.
Okay. Why, Mr. Nubo?
I said Mr. Nubo is here.
Oh, what a pleasure, sir.
Just in present. Because
all right, I hope you got some. I hope you got some Tabadoo store in your freezer for me.
Okay. Ignore, I have Tabadoo here.
No, I told you, my name is Hezekiah. I won't be pounding my head on the wall. Oh, really?
I did. My voice.
No, but you guys are treating some all bad here, you know. What a pleasure to hear your respective voices.
Yeah.
You want me to come in, Mr. Moderator? Co-moderator?
Yeah, I wanted to bring you. I want to spool you up real quick. Now I'm going to allow you to come in with your. Or were you following?
Everything you send into our chat room, I read them.
Okay, so let me go ahead and spool you up real quick, and then I'll bring you to give you analysis. So we're on the first topic, and
Wonderful, sir.
that has to do with Mr. Samuel D. Twe Jr., our former finance minister.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, about his emotional outburst today during his press conference with his lawyer. People say emotional, I say he cried, and we played a tape, and all the panelists on here gave the view. I gave mine, and Chris will give me his when he came in. So let me go ahead and replay this, and I'll come back to you so that you can tell us what you think about it.
No, I saw it. I saw it.
You did? Okay, great then. Great. Because there's several anchors in there that I want to talk about, but go ahead. Maybe you cover it all. I don't need to ask you about those particular areas, but go ahead.
Well, it reminds me when our criminal investigator, the alleged culprit, will present himself very, very innocent. And one will tend to agree with the presentation of the alleged culprit and say, this man didn't do it. But when we leave all the interview and get into interrogation, when we begin to put one suspect's information against another suspect, the end result is, I did it, but I'm sorry. And this is the kind of play I see. The second thing I see at play here is a crocodile will always be hiding by the rock, especially in a muddy area. And you would think there's a stone. You step on it, and it somersaults you and grab your leg. Immediately it does that, you come to realize when it resurfaces from the submersion of the water, you see tears running here as it were it did not massacre and destroy your life. This is what I see. And I think this is my heading here is a quadrille of former finance minister, Honorable Samuel D. Weah. That's not Tue. In Crew, we have two ways of spelling Tue, Tueh and Tweh. That's T, I mean, not Tweh, but the Honorable D.O. Tue. You don't spell your name Weah. T, then Tweh, that Weah. The not Tue. The not Tue. So Weah is playing a show because I seriously suspect there were surrogates and some strange elements planted in amongst the crime jury to honor the ambience of the justice ministry. Unfortunately, I will say that the Temple of Justice, wherever they had sequestered, was not adequately manned. I think there were a lot of intrusion. The third and fifth bucket will be, I think in the Liberian language, they say when money walk, then strange things happen. Because it is strange for a man to demonstrate, as it were, you were saying as a Catholic, miya kupa, miya maxima kupa. Through my fault, through my most grievous fault. It's unfortunate. When someone destroys his own image, destroy what was to be for millions of 5,200,000 persons.
Okay,
yeah.
Can you run the table? I'll be right back, please.
Okay. Dances in the opulence of richness. When the late CDC chairman said, this young man, my king's man, was a driver. And he brought him from the United States and even rented the first car for him. So he was a pauper. In 6 years, 6 times 3 is 18. It's 1,300 and something days. This man is a multi-millionaire. He builds a house on an acre, approximately an acre. And people who have been walking, drenched in the rain, suffocating themselves under the heat, were not able to buy a 3-bedroom zinc house. So in 6 years, this one man takes 25 million on a pseudo mopping, financial mopping exercise. We may not be as brilliant as he thinks he is. He comes up with power diagram. He comes up with different curves, and then I just always laugh because he feels that the majority of the Liberian people don't understand when it comes to economics. And they drenched the economy. There were no solvency. They were pocketing the money. And now he comes. After getting a hang verdict, the verdict was not unanimous. If the verdict had been unanimous, one would want to say, oh yes, the impaneled grand jury said collectively that he is not guilty. But here is the string that I think, unfortunately, I'm not a lawyer. But how can a group of persons be involved in a crime accessory before and after the fact? And the principal person in that crime, in the crime syndicate, is said to be freed. It beats my imagination. I am troubled. But I think the government will continue to dig deeper. 16 billion is gone. 16 million is gone. 1.6 billion is gone. The aggregate sum of those monies is pretty close to $1 billion. So since I am the one to serve as the co-host, I want to start right there that it is a crocodile tears. And I want to go to Mr. Nubo.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Nippy. I mean, what he said is true. I agree with you. I think that's the same angle I was coming from. This man's supposed to be having a dancing concert in the 15 political subdivisions. He won the case. And I think in our system, we have 12 jurors. But he said 9 jurors. Maybe, he want to be skillful. He said 9 because the 3 of the 12 have submitted or sworn affidavit to the court, and that's what they are investigating now, that there was jurors no tampering. And if they find out that there was indeed jurors tampering or jury tampering, somebody will have to pay some money, some fines, and the case may be retried. May be retried, and that is why he's crying, because he does not want retrial. That is it. There's the man who are dancing. I mean, or he's supposed to be on the beach now, or to Jamaica, I don't know, Jamaica Village or how to call it, every night, dancing because he is a free man. But he's crying at somebody who is not a free man. So let me stop it there. He talked about 15 jurors, yes, 15, but then 12 of them are the ones that are selected to look into the case. The other people are on the bench, waiting, they are reserved. Yes. Thank you.
You know, my way of looking at the Liberian thing unfortunately, people now helping the president when he said there's not going to be anything such as business as usual. There shall not be. And when you use shall, it means that it is not conditional. It is not that there might not be, there will not be, but there shall not be. It means that it is definite. There is no cutting of corners. And I am, and whenever I come on these shows, I don't pretend. And anyone who has worked with me, including the head of state and the one who left from there before Wiakimi, they all know me. I'm very intentional, but I try to be very gentle in my presentation. No matter how hard I am, I like to be very, 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 very gentle. But I think Liberia has been robbed. We have been robbed. The impaneled jurors were contaminated. A whole lot of things went on which ought not to have been. And here we find ourselves, it's like someone goes and steals from Mr. Amos Wright, and then because he goes to the grand larceny at that rate, and he goes to the court, and the court sets him free in Grandia or Monrovia or Sano, and then he is dancing a double standard dance, especially when the pieces of information begin to filter that he was not fully exonerated by Lady Justice. Mr. Wright did not get justice. And so he sees that, as you really said, Mr. Nubo, and so he wants to cry. Because he knows that he's guilty. There's no way. I mean, consciously, that man knows he is guilty. And he should have been imprisoned, pending a scheduled time of court, maybe in 2027 or 28. But here we have, this too is Liberia. So Mr. Wright, if you were to comment on the attitude of Samuel T. Weah, what are your thoughts, sir? What is your honest thoughts? What are your honest thoughts?
Thank you, Mr. Mete, for the beautiful promise you made. And earlier, before you came on the show, I was just speaking on the same thing. And I said from the physical morphology of the former finance minister, I thought he was begging for political sympathy by the expressions, by the body language, by the gestures. My understanding of those is that he's begging for political sympathy from the opposition community, from maybe soft-hearted people, and what have you. But the truth of the matter is, if you don't want to get in the public glare, or you don't want the public to bother you, then stay away from the public. But when you get in the public, especially in leadership role and sensitive and key leadership role, and something happens with accountability for which you are supposed to answer and face the consequences thereof, you should be ready to do so. You wouldn't want to put your hand in a cookie jar when you are caught, and then you don't want to accept the fact that you should be responsible for the action that will be prescribed for people whose hands were caught in a cookie jar. Fighting, begging for sympathy now is child's play in my view. I'm not sure some people will want to listen to that. What I thought Samuel Toure should do by now is to understand, as a mature person, you are in a legal system already. The courts do not have anything they call sympathy. The legal profession, I understand, does not know what they call sympathy. They deal with what the law requires. So stay in the terrain, go through the process. If you know that you are clean and you think God can manifest his divinity in your favor, you stay there. Crying will not change anything. Begging for public sentiment or sympathy will not change anything. Remember the financially strong person you are today. That was not what you were when you went into our public space and you took our public position. Today, you can be counted as one of the financially potent persons in the country. And so you have to stand, you have to account for whatever you did in your service. You did your service for the country. The law is there. Let the law take its course. If you think nothing happened with juror tampering, stay your ground. You don't have to cry. If the jurors come and confess that something went on, and it can be proven that something went on, then let the accountability part of it be observed and manifested. Definitely, this is a political playing field you find yourself. If you have sat like me, waste my time in the even in the NGO sector where I am, the CFO sector where I am, or maybe the peace building sector that I found myself, there are still accountability issues. So whatever you do, where you work, and you have to account for things that you played with, that you worked with, then you should be in a position to do so. So it's not about holding social media press conferences. The court is not on social media. The court is a real court at the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. It is not on social media, but or begging for sympathy on social media. It's a complete different world by itself. It can't help. So, Mr. Nippy, I want to stop that far and see what other colleagues can add.
And I think from what you are saying, you are stressing the point that the people did not delve into the matter as rigid as they should have. Who authorized all of this money to have been withdrawn, the 25 million, for instance? Was it the president of Liberia, His Excellency George Manawia? Did he have an executive authority for all of the money that were withdrawn? Did all of for the security sector, or the $6-point-something million, did the Minister of Justice, Minister of Defense, the Liberian National Police, and all of these people, the NSA, did they sign whatever official requisitions requiring this money to the tune of $6-point-something million? And after he took the money from the, like you said, the coffee jar, I would say from the palm bottle pen, because he thought that his hands would be clear. Forgot to know that he wearing a white suit. So when he took the meat from in the palm bottle soup, You try to put your hand in the pocket. So to whom did he give the $6 million? That's the question. Who authorized the six? He says security sector. Fine. Well, was it the president who authorized it? And if the president authorized it, and you got the money, how did you disburse this money, the $6-point-something million? What are the receipts? Mr. Nubo is the defense minister. Show me the controller's signature for the Ministry of Defense for a portion of the $6-point-something million that was received. The Liberian National Police will not be the director of police who will receive it. No. Wokoma will not receive that money. It will be the controller. Show me the signature of the controller. I mean, these are the rigid steps, the investigative rigid steps that they should take. And I think if they do that, at the end of the day, this man will be behind bars. He will definitely be behind bars. And he should be behind bars pending this whole thing, because this is not petty larceny. This is grand larceny. I was talking with some people in Monrovia, a guy who was doing susu, the EIE, and $1,000 got shot. The man was remanded to South Beach, effective immediately. He was remanded to, before the case got on the docket, he was remanded to custody. Now, $1,000. If a man who took susu money could be behind bars, how much more the man who took all of the country money, as you call it, the cookie jars? So let me hear from Chris. Chris is a much younger person, and I think he has a view that might be in congruence with what we are saying here, or he might differ with us because our show is about being different. Chris, help us understand. Please help us understand what this man represents. Help us understand, sir.
Yeah, thanks so much, Mr. Nipe. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. My talk on this is Mr. Towe is a liquid man who worked in the government and worked for couples of years. And what I do understand is that the people that work with the court, if they run their decision and when they see fault, they want to come back to it. And when they're coming back to it, they're coming out with evidence. That's just number one. So if you look at the attitude of Mr. Towe calling for press conference, I said earlier that the way we act sometimes create problem and sometimes create happiness. You know, when you look at the whole case, the two key players within that case were released. That means they were free within the case, and the least one remained there. They were found guilty. And when the men left from there as an elderly man, and we are discussing a huge amount of money that have to do with the benefit and growth of Liberian people, and you came from there, you started to dance as a Chris, as a child, and other children that have been given the knowledge, you will not do that. They will only sit and appreciate the government or the court for going through the case properly. Now you came out, you started to dance. What make you dance? Is it because you were free and the least your two men left there? That's what make you happy? That's his number one question. And if you will come out to dance, are you dancing because the Liberian people money that they were talking about, you don't take it, and it's not your concern to say who have it and how those are found guilty, how they're going to pay it? I think that's what we're supposed to be talking. So when people look at it with that emotion, with that happiness, say no, let's check and see. Even though we said it meant free, but that is a quote. So now if they say that we found other evidence that the juror were tampered with, no need to cry. Because the time you should have cried, you don't cry. The time you should say the strong, while you talking, you come to people to explain yourself. And you can even explain better. Because if you follow the whole press release, the lawyer spoke for a long time than him. But with the short period of time he had to talk, he was not able to talk something that the people will listen to and understand. If you play that whole recording, you will not understand him. Mr. Nebo, are you guys getting me?
Yeah, we're getting you. We're getting you.
Okay. So if you look at that whole clip, you don't say anything better, you start to cry. Why are you crying for? If you know your hands are clean, no need to cry. I am not saying that your hand is not clean. But if he knows that his hand is clean and the whole process was fair, he's not going to cry to say, powerful government. Where government business coming from? I born my daughter and she went to, to the state and then she voted when she came. I know I born American. Where all of this stuff coming from? So if somebody look at that, it means that there should be certain thing somewhere that is coming up. Something happens somewhere. And if you tell me that John Brown do this, what they quote one is evidence. So why the people going to be, if the juror were tampered with, we're dealing with 16. We're dealing with people working with the phone that we are using is sensitive. And other people know how to play with it. And within the room, the people have a lot of things. So if they say the juror were tampered with, and you know for the well on your side, you have nothing to do with, even if the juror were tampered with, you have nothing to do with it. Nothing have to bother you. That means it should come from the government side, those who wanted to, who took you to court. But for your side, it clean. So you only have to, if you want to speak to the people, you only have to come to the people and say something that will listen to and understand you, but not to even cry. Because you have done nothing wrong, you are happy, and you dancing all the time, and come today, they say, oh, something features happen somewhere. So we want to call the whole case back, and you start to cry. Then it claims the attention of certain people. It's not, what we always think about as a Liberian, most of us, even when it comes to our family, we only prioritize our family. Most of us. If your child and somebody's child getting problem, the only thing you want is your child should be right. You will not so that is what happening to Liberian. People based on politics, people based on county, people based on religion from church. They met from our church. It's not about from our church. It's not about from the party or county. It's about the truth. It's about we want the truth. So the government will not just take him and carry him. So if they say they have a problem, there should be, certain thing happen beyond the scene. The government will bring proof. Why should I cry? So what I see there, what I understand is, I think something happened somewhere. But we're looking and we will see. So thank you so much, Mr. Nipe, for giving me the platform. That is my saying.
So I think you are putting it in context. I'm hearing myself, please.
Mute yourself, Chris.
So I think you're putting in context like a student who say he passed and he went jubilating to his mother. Oh, I passed. And there was a huge euphoria that his son had passed. But when the school called for the report card again, said, no, we didn't pass. This way you passed was not the right way. In fact, this card is not from the school. And he began to cry. Mr. Nubo, this man is former finance minister. This man has clout over the the former National Bank, now Central Bank. This man is the policy maker when it comes to how our monies are being utilized and what have you. This very man is close with the authority to direct the governor of the central bank and say, we need X, Y, and Z dollars. If this money were taken from the place, as we understand, don't you think the governor himself should be able to answer some question? That's number one. Number two, why do you think Mr. Twe would have made T-shirts in advance of the verdict? Immediately after the verdict was pronounced, the T-shirts were simultaneously distributed, and people, because he could not have made the T-shirts if he did not have a full knowledge of what the verdict would be. So what do you say about that?
Well, I mean, that's what I said, that his hands were caught in a cookies jar, and that's why he is crying. You don't know the verdict that the court will come with. And then you go and print T-shirt jubilating. Maybe that one of the things that caused the court to be, investigating. And now they got shown affidavit, from 3 jurors, 3 of the 12. It's like you come from the farm, your children did something wrong, and all of them they say, no, we shouldn't talk. But then the way you question it, then, 2 of them can say, Papa, we did it, but there's the ringleader, there's the person who are telling us to kill that rooster and cook it while you were on the farm. And that's what happened to 12. I believe. If 3 of the 12 jurors come out and say, we were tampered with. Yes, no way out for 12. The case has to be retried. If I were the decision maker, that's what I would have said. And the people who did the mango, that should be fine. Heavy fine for the mango people. Thank you.
In a case such as what we are discussing, it brings to mind someone who has robbed the bank, and he goes around polishing his character when he knows that the character is dampened by the actions of robbing the bank. They take him to the court. The court says him, say, well, go. Now we are understanding that 3 of those of the 15 impaneled jurors have written soon affidavit to say, well, look, we were tampered with. Don't you think this? What do you think? Let me put it to because you were in transition with your thoughts, so I'll come back to you, Mr. Hugo, and we might want to share that same thing. The same question will go to Mr. Wright, Amos Wright. Don't you think, or what do you think? Should he be behind bars, pending the case being on the docket, for another term of court.
Well,
Hold on. It's coming to Mr. Nubo, then you will come with your thought on the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
good.
what do you think? You think he
Okay. I feel that the court should continue its investigation, and if it is proven that the jurors have been tampered with, he should be rearrested and be in jail, the case be retried, and he should be in jail until the retrial is over.
I don't know whether my understanding is in sync with what you are saying. Just a moment, Mr. Numbo. I don't know whether my understanding is in sync with what you are saying, even though Mr. Amos White will come in. Are you suggesting for the public good that he be put behind bars while the investigation is continuing, and then the court can come up with a term? Because you cannot just summarily put this man to trial, because the court will say for June term of court. So help me understand, please.
I'm saying that the investigation should continue, and if they find evidence that he tampered with a jury, then he should be arrested and put behind bars, and they retry the case while he is behind bars.
But I don't think I will agree with you there, because why don't I agree with you? The reason why I don't agree with you, and Mr. Amos, right, you will come in shortly. The reason why I don't agree with you, something happened. This man was not taken to court because he didn't do anything. This man was not taken to court because he did not do anything. It was alleged that he did something, and it was seen to be that he is a part of a group of people who did something against the Republic of Liberia, against all of us. So some of those people are in custody. Then we hear in the other bucket, the jurors are coming, 3 are coming up with affidavit to say we were harassed, we were intimidated, we were frustrated, we were contaminated, and maybe, only maybe, they have in that written testimony that they were bribed. Don't you think this man, in all sincerity, because the reason why I bring that up is that the Enron case. The Enron case, all of those concerned in the Enron case, gasoline and the dubious dealing that they did, Mr. Sterling and all those people were put behind bars before the case started. And when the case started and it was adjudicated against them, they were remanded into prison for some time before they were released. Don't you see it that way? Don't you think it should play out that way? If we must serve a deterrent, I'm not saying if we should. If we must serve a deterrent for corruption to start wearing short trousers instead of tailcoat, don't you think there must be a point where the governor of Liberia, through the Ministry of Justice and the court, to do something now, that this man should not be riding around, because I see a flight risk. I see an imminent flight risk. If this man is not conditioned behind bars, and he's left to be flying, because the bird that is at liberty to fly can go into any other territory. Mr. Wright, what are your thoughts, please?
You want to please do your last line? Can you bring back your last line?
Last line is anybody that is kept out of the cage is free to go to any other tree to fly there.
All right, so
but if that bird,
I'm connected.
Okay, so you got it.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So, Mr. Host, in the meanwhile, firstly, the idea of being kept somewhere, being incarcerated, it is not something that should be my wish or my suggestion. I think that falls within the purview of the law. If the law provides for that, that's fine. Because I am aware, I'm not a lawyer, but I know there are certain cases when they are in court, they have room for bills. So I wouldn't want to say as an individual, I would want him to be kept in jail if the law doesn't say so. Or
with due permission, with due permission, with due permission, sir.
Of the law is satisfied.
Let me interject right there, Mr. Wright.
Come again?
I'd like to interject right there.
Yeah.
Mr. Namwe this afternoon was caught down Waterford for stealing $200, which is just like a grand larceny, $200 to $1,000, and Mr. Namwe is sent to the South Beach. Do you want for a man who is accused of millions of dollars to be built and be
circumstantially, Mr. Nepe, the situations are not the same. Mr. Namwe, who was caught in Waterside, was caught, and I'm not sure if he had or the financial strength to hire a lawyer who would maybe raise issues about bond and bill. On the contrary, in the specific case we're talking about, the person involved has a legal representation. And it is the legal representation that leads to the person either being kept in jail while the investigation goes on or being outside on a constitutional bond. So, Mr. Namwe, I'm sure when he was caught, if he had telephone to call a lawyer, and if he had a hand to support the legal representation, he could also have gotten bail. So the circumstances are actually not the same. One is kind of opportune with what he has allegedly stolen, is using that to fight for a proper possession, and the other man who does not have the hand, the police will just bundle him up, do some slapping, and carry him and put his poor self in jail. So to come back to the beginning, that's what I was saying. The idea of being kept in jail while undergoing the trial is not something I, as an individual, would want to recommend. The law should be the one to speak in legal issues. When I'm saying that man's supposed to be in jail, that man's supposed to be in jail. Am I speaking from the legal angle, or I'm speaking out of sentiment? That's another thing. So let's allow the law, for me, let the law be the one to take its course. Thank you.
So we are not, so in other words, we are not trying to, if I were to say that
your question,
that will open up, no, I'm coming. If I were to say that will open a Pandora's box, like Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, where you have one who has the muscles of lawyer to bail him out, and on the other side you have a poor boy who has no lawyer or is summarily, before the case can be tried, is summarily put in at the Center Street jail compound. Are we not setting an ugly precedent? Will we not have sat? I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
You will go on. Let me just make a connection. You will go on, please.
All
You will
right.
go on. There are two instances I want to cite. The issue of Brani Samukai, the former defense minister, who went through the entire legal system and was judged guilty. He's not in jail because of the system that we find ourselves in. Another person is the former Chief Justice, Honor Gloria Musu-Scott, who was involved in the murder of her daughter in her house. And according to the system that was, she was guilty and she was serving her sentence. And then when another system came, they saw reason to put her out, and she's now working where I know that there are certain jobs convicted people are not supposed to do. But then there are people personally in prison who qualify to be in prison under the same circumstances. So the point I'm making is the systems of the Nipe that we find ourselves under, the definition of national life that we find ourselves in under different systems determine these things. There are people who were sanctioned by the American government who, from what we heard from they say, were not even supposed to be working. Either they resigned according to advice of the government of the day, but those are people who were elected, but there are people who are serving, and the sanctions are
let me differ from you there. Let me differ from you there for the two cases you have just mentioned. One has to do with murder, which is not taking money. One has to do with life. So it's not equitable to taking money. So we dispense of that in one pocket. If we had a case similar in context of murder, to say, Honorable Gloria, former Chief Justice, Honorable Gloria Musu-Scott, allegedly murdered her daughter, and Mr. Francis Brown allegedly murdered his son. And both of them were arraigned before the court, but Gloria Musu-Scott was free by the new government, while Francis Brown is still in jail. We can argue on that because that would be murder and murder. Here we are talking about Brandon Samuka. Brandon Samuka case was misapplication. It was misapplication. The money was given to him allegedly to pay his soldiers, and he misapplied that on the authority. You see, that's why sometimes we are saying, don't say it because you feel that you must. I'm coming.
The president.
That's why I'm coming to.
The Constitution protects Paul from going to court to explain.
I'm coming to that point. You know, there's a small slip in administration that we have. We say, don't say it, write it. And you see, that's why, don't say it, write it. And I think that's what happened in the case of Honorable Samuka. He's a decent man, and he would not have done such a thing. And sometimes you cannot look in the big fish mouth to count the number of teeth in the fish mouth, in the whale mouth, because you'll be biting yourself. And that he mentioned about the former president was something that could have excused him. Unfortunately, it did not excuse him. But in this specific case, in this specific case, and that question is coming to Chris, and then subsequently to Mr. Newbold. In this specific case, it's not misapplication. This money, the $25 million misapplication, he didn't misapply it. He told us what he was going to do it. To clean the money, the old money and the other thing from the streets. That was 25 million. Then we had 16 billion. They're not misapplication. It was meant for something else. Then we had 6 billion. 6 billion was identified. The sources of expenditure were identified. To the extent that these people said they did not receive any money. Are we saying now we will not be setting a precedent that tomorrow when Jackson David steals, and because Jackson David is a political figure and has under his control a good lawyer, don't you think then Liberia will be losing, Mr. Nubo? Yeah. The question is yours. Don't you think, Mr. Noble, then we stand to be losing every now and then? Because this is the precedent that I think Mr. Amos Wright is alluding to. Because if you have a strong lawyer and Jackson Red steals, and he has a strong lawyer too, then the same thing happen. Then Mary will do the same thing happen. Then we are going down the slope as true. What do you say about that?
Well, it is not just having a strong lawyer. It's also having a deep pocket. Because that's the money that speaks. So, we will not have justice if we, the Liberians, continue to think that way. I mean, when it comes to justice, let's call spade a spade. We should not beat around the bush, as we say it in Liberia. And that is the sympathy Otua is looking for. And with Mr. Wright, I feel that we hear myself on the same page concerning the investigation of the allegations from the jurors, the sworn affidavits from the jurors. Let them investigate that. If they find out that there is some grease in it, they must go and arrest Mr. Toure. And Mr. Toure should be in jail throughout the duration of the case. And I said that before they came out with a verdict that Toure has a deep pocket and he will walk. And that's what they were depending on. And that's what they are still depending on. I mean, the people they call good lawyers, they are good in the night to bribe jurors. And see what they were saying. He printed victory T-shirt and took them to the court, to the place on the day of the verdict. It means I know beforehand he knew what was going to be the verdict. And then we jump up and blame the executive. That had nothing to do with the case. They blame the executive. The executive, we know they are not serious or this and that. Whenever the serious will go to court, the court dance around the whole thing. All the cases they've been taken to the court. Corruption cases. LACC will come out with corruption case, and while the people are in court or investigating it, LACC will say, "Oh, we drop the charges." Those are the games they are playing under the Joseph Boakai government. They are playing games. All the crimes, the killings that they were investigating, and Kuma came and dropped the cases. Kuma, the current police director. So it's not only the court. That police department or police director included, they are not ready for prime time. Thank you.
Insight, great insight, great insight. Before we can go on, I'd like to hear from you, Chris. You are hosting this Alberto DEFA. You are a young man. Your future is stay on the front burner. We will sooner or later be expiring. What will happen? Let me bring a case in point, because Mr. Dumbo just said justice must be a spade for a spade. When a bad action happens, there will be a corresponding punishment. I think that I understand that spade that must be a spade. Here is a case that was involving some expatriates. They had this knee exit Republican, not to abscond, not to leave. Their passports were confiscated. If you were to ask around the jail compound and ask the current Minister of Justice, he will tell you, say the people absconded the country. My question is to you, please, giving all of these things, because Mr. Nubo said deep pockets. Don't you see the same deep pockets that contaminated the jurors? And in the wake of that, we have the affidavit attesting to that fact. Don't you think holding on to his passport, he could get away? Just like the people who were in the drug case? The question is yours, Chris.
Okay. I mean, maybe
it's Chris.
Yeah.
Because according to Mr. Nubo, he has deep pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, let a spade be a spade. So if a spade must be a spade, just as with the drug people, where that spade should have been a spade. They ran away. Their passport was with the Justice Ministry. But they ran away. The final minister of documents are with the same Justice Ministry. Don't you think they play the Liberian play deep pocket will happen?
Thank you so much. If you look at the question you asked for me, I would say that just what you said the just, you know, the document with the same justice ministry when they ran away. Now we need to set a record as a Liberian, because we want to at least fight corruption to a level that will change the thinking and, you know, growing of Liberia. So the first thing, yeah, those documents need to be taken from the finance minister. And number one, what I suggest, or what I want to say is, I think if and only if they want to go over the case, the finance minister need to be in jail. They need to be in jail, because the first thing, the whole case was premeditated. How will you go to court? They're going to run valley, then you print t-shirt to carry it with you. As soon as say you are found not guilty, then you go back. You wear the t-shirt, you started celebrating. How you know? That is number one. So now if they are calling the case like you see today on the press conference, he started to cry. The next thing that's going to come in your mind, and if you listen to him carefully, he spoke about, I don't know, his daughter, what he said, he born somebody and who is American. If you look at that, you can escape anytime. These people will say, "Let help you." So I think that Mr. Tower needs to be handled properly. If even eyes have to be on him, because if we set the particular record when it gets straight, people will not play with the juror, or people will not tamper. Let's use the court term. People will not tamper with the juror. Because if this can start to happen with the higher court within the Republic of Liberia, then it become problem. What's about the other courts that are in the various counties? And so now, before they go through the case, while they are finding the evidence, the former minister needs to be, you know, on a serious, you know, area that it will be guarded by security, that he can run away from Liberia. Because we need to set that record. If he found not guilty, they can release him. If he found guilty, he remains. Because we don't want anybody to escape Liberia. And this is, if this happens, no one is saying that he is guilty. No. But the people will provide evidence. How the juror will tamper with. So I am looking at it in a sense that I'm not hating, but when it comes to the good sense of Liberia, transforming Liberia, doing the right thing, it needs to be handled by the government. It needs to be under the custody by of the government until the whole case business clear. That's just my view on your question.
So your view is that there must be some example, an example that serves as a deterrent. An example is like a little child in the house is just doing plenty of things because he feels that the father likes him. So if the father will chastise that child, then all the other children behind that child will come to say, if they can be better today, then it means it's not going to be easy on off when Papa cries. I think that's the point that you are making.
Exactly. But Mr. Nippy, let me just come up with something. Let me just remind us with something. You you are the big son in a house, and something get missing from the house. Then they say, oh, the two small children were there. Then you go to judge the kids. And then the small children leave there. And you, the father, you come out. Now, and you, the brother, you, the big brother, you come out. For you to sit down and think, say, hey, God, how my small brother will come out? You don't think about that. You happy. You already printed t-shirt. And now, you think that that is the right thing to do? For myself, I would say, no, it's not the right thing. So, for this, when the they come up with the tempering of the juror. As soon the people got to know what they need to do. They need to hold the former minister, the former finance minister, and to set a precedent for every one of us. It's not only him, because anybody can escape. If you're free moving around anywhere, you go to say the man move to Maryland, you go to the man goes to, nobody say the man going to run away. But we are saying something tomorrow, because keeping somebody in the cell is not an easy thing. So that's what I want to say, that they need to set that record. If that big brother live and be happy, they must call that big brother about why your brothers are there, you are happy. But also you should be able to have evidence whether the big brother is wrong or he is not wrong. If he is not wrong, you can leave him for good. If you want to take the whole city, the whole world, he left with me. Forgetting about your brother and sister. Thank you so much.
Point taken. Before I turn it over to the co-moderator, I was thinking that you could just run us down by the listening audience, so that as he takes over, we can hear what their feedbacks are. So can you play the theme song while he takes over, and then you just go to the listening audience and ask them, let them come up with their own thoughts on this matter, because it's very, 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 very important. And then I take off, sir, and give it to you. Go ahead, Chris.
Archie Wright. In a play. Alex Tiulu. Producer correct. All tonight we beg to this day. I beg to differ my people. If it's not correct, we go talk and
Oh yes, indeed, we'd like to say good evening and welcome. Good evening to your program, I Beg to Differ, your regular and usual program that comes your way on Top 105.3 from Monday to Saturday, 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. I'd like to say good evening and welcome. Tonight we are here, and what is the focal point of our discussion tonight? The former Minister of Finance, Samuel Toy, having to hear that, and there was a little rundown tricky thing happened in the jury hall, what they call tampering with the case, and the court say handle it, and they're going to look into it again. But today, those of you that followed the social media, he called press conference where his lawyer spoke for a long period of time, and they called him over too. But when you listen to him, it left with you. Maybe you will use your magical, brain to understand what he was saying. But tonight we are here, and you've been listening. We've been discussing what would be your thought on this. What would be your saying on this tonight? Those of you listening to us, this is I Beg to Differ. Today is Wednesday, the 20th day of May, and the year we meet is the 2026. If you want to be part this evening, call on 0881 1435 04, 0881 1435 04, 0776 105 105, 0776 105 105, 0881 1435 04. If you are there, let hear you tonight. What will be your takes? What you want to say about our discussion? Former Minister Samuel Toy. You listen to him, and we've been discussing it. We even play it here, and you are there listening. So what would be your thought on this? Call on 0881 1435 04, 0776 105 105, 0881 1435 04, 0776 105 105. 4 minutes past the hour of 11 o'clock for Liberia. So if you are there tonight, let's hear you. What is your take? What you want to talk about? Do you want to ask a question? I beg to differ. You don't have to agree with us. And even with that here, sometimes we don't agree with each other. That's what we call a beg to differ. Let's find common ground. And finding the common ground is how we can build Liberia. So
yeah, Chris. Yeah, send it back.
Let's go over to Mr. Wright. In case of anything, I will show you Tom. Yeah, any caller, I will show you Tom, then I'll answer the call.
That's good. Yeah, if we missed our window of 10:30, we usually,
you are muted. Mr. Wright, you are muted.
I can hear you. Why are you not hearing me? Can you not hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear him.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Noble can hear him.
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right, good. All right.
Okay, let's go to the phone line, please. Let's go to the phone line. We already have a caller here. Let's go to the phone line. Good evening and welcome. Hello, caller. Okay, we lost that caller. Caller 0881-14-3504 0776 105 105. Over to you, Mr. Wright.
You are still muted.
Gosh. Yes. So the next topic that we want to talk about is the Yeka Koluba case. Yeka Koluba case called there was a denier on the Bill of Information today. And we're going to play two videos. One.
Let's go to the phone line. Talk to this caller. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. What is your name and where are you calling up from?
I'm Michael J. calling from Toll Street.
Michael J. Let's hear you.
Yes, as pertaining to this case of the former finance minister.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in Liberia, we have to be very serious about how we do things.
Okay.
Because the money these people taking care of it is for our children's future. It is for our children's future. If one person is taking the kind of money and putting it in your pocket, bribing jurors to escape, it is very bad. So we really need to come together and see how best we can do, because you can see protest. Understand? You cannot think protest. It can be going on through all. Yeah. If we keep silent, these people will continue doing this. It's very bad for our country. You can see the bad emotion today when you're speaking. You can know that he was guilty. Yeah. And just go and just tweet out and push him. We have to set precedent, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of the platform. Call on 0881-14-3504 0776 105 105 0881. If you are there when we turn it over to Mr. Wright, we're not going to take your call. Call of the year you tonight on the platform. I beg to D4. What is your take when it comes to our discussion point tonight? Yes. Good evening and welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you are very low. Post strain in your voice.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. What is your name and where are you calling up from?
I'm Amos K. down calling from today's community.
Amos, let hear you.
Thank you very much for the program. Even though I just joined you on the show, but from the callers,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in Liberia here, I can be surprised as Liberian who can be celebrating people who making our children's future to be at stake.
Okay.
And people, the former finance minister, he was in power when he was sanctioned by the American government.
Mm-hmm.
And yet and still, when the last time he said so-called he was not guilty, and that guilty verdict, people were celebrating, and you did the answer to be sure whether he guilty or not. Once that thing is on him, we Librarians are praying that if it is true that the money he get it, then he give it so that we get chance to our children to go to school or to learn better things. But instead, I think put everything man, so it just me to feel that I don't know whether we lost ourselves as Liberians. See, so that the main case, saying that if you come back there, then go there and say, if you're not guilty, let it go. But if you're guilty, then try to pay the money back for the future of our children. That's my input. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. 0881 14 35 04 0776 105 105 0881 14 35 04 0776 105 105. And we'll hear you tonight on A Bed to D4. What is your take when it comes to the final minister, Minister Samuel Toy? Mr. Wright, I think we can go over to you. Yes, indeed.
Okay, thank you very much. Before I thank the callers for calling in, I want to recognize Mr. Prosper Way. He's joining us from Abidjan. Thank you for joining, Mr. Prosper. Please help share the show. I don't know. The system is telling me that our Facebook page is not responding, and that's right. It's not responding. I've been watching it, and I'm seeing, the troubleshooting icon on here. But then I'm also seeing people commenting too. So I'm kind of confused now. Whether are they commenting from YouTube or they're commenting on Facebook? I don't know. But Facebook is not. We're not live on Facebook, and I don't know why. It's asking me to call the company or to end the live, and when I don't want to end the live, of course not. So we'll roll like this, my people. I just want to let you know. I don't know if the page been hacked or what, but it was going fine, and it's been like this now for a while. I've been following since I've been off. So we're going to roll. I want to thank Mr. Michael Gay for calling in and Mr. Thomas Dunn for calling in. Let's start with you, Mr. Newbold. Michael Gay, Mr. Dunn, you'll respond to them. Mr. Newbold, you hear me? Mr. Nipper, you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, all right.
Yes. What's your question?
Oh, now the caller respond to Mr. Michael Gate and Mr. Thomas Dunn.
Well, the callers, I think we and the callers are saying the same thing. I mean, these government officials are ruining the future of our children and children. So this thing must be taken seriously. I remember J.D. Slanga was in jail for selling Amosar shares maritime share in Amosar, about $800,000, close to $1 million.
Well, hold on, right, Mr. Newell, let me hold you right there. Because I had a conversation with JD. With JD Slanga, you said, right? Mr. Newell, you hear me?
Okay.
Oh, man, that's a delay. Mr. Newell, you hearing me?
I'm hearing you now.
Okay. Are we referring to J.D. Slanga? J.D. Slanga?
The one who was the maritime boss, Honor Julie Bryant.
Great. I had a conversation with him. Okay. He denied it. JD, I hope you're listening, and I hope you're going to watch this.
And how did he come to the U.S. because he was in jail?
Did he go to jail or he skipped town?
Oh yes, he was in jail, and he has
Okay.
I
I thought he just skipped town.
my boss, John Manu.
Yes.
What would tell you?
I'm not interrupting your callers. I'm not interrupting your callers response, but I had to interrupt because I had a long conversation with JD. JD denied this.
When Mr. Nippet said, we should detain or tour, now, go and arrest, because people are talking about witch hunting. The court has not found out anything yet based on the showing of affidavit, from the jurors, the 3 jurors. So that's why I say let go ahead and investigate. If the government want to place him on a house arrest, they can do that. And if he is on house arrest and the security there and he run away, all those security must go to jail.
Mr. Nubo, I seriously beg to differ.
Let me learn first.
Please.
Bring your gentleman down.
Let me learn. So the colors agree with us, including Mr. Nippy. They agree with us. I mean, some of us are here. It will be hard for our children to go back and face the condition in the country. It will be hard. Some of them will do it now, but we are talking about Liberian children. We want a good future for them. That's why we are here, and that's why we get mad when people tour try to play fun out of the Liberian people, try to trivialize the whole situation by crying. That crime will eat. That crime will solve our problems. When you are embezzling millions of dollars, you didn't cry. Now you cut your hand in the cookie jar. That's the time you want to cry. Give me a break, Tua. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nubo. Let's go to you, Mr. Nippet.
Well, I just intimated that I beg to differ with my esteemed colleague, Nubo. You talk about house arrest. House arrest, sometimes the person can tend to rat or pass on and pass the other way. Interestingly, he brought about this gentleman who was at Maritime, J.D. Slanger. And he points out, Maritime. And he points out that he was incarcerated, detained, or in prison. Today, he is in the United States. Was he released? We don't have any information on that. Was he released by the court, by the justice system? Did Lady Justice, although she is blind, did she sign that release for Mr. Slanger to have been freed from the South Beach prison? Now, these are the kind of things we are talking about when it comes to this individual who according to Mr. Nubo, put his hand in the palm bottle or the cooking jar. The young Chris on the show, Michael Gay from Dole Street, said that there should be, he recommends and emphasized there must be a precedent so that the precedent will deter other people from doing the same. Thomas Thomas Dunn comes and said, our children's future, damaging the children's future. These kind of people we have to be taking people money, in the country money, but because they know they have tempered with justice, they went and put the lady justice in prison. While she was in prison, they tempered with her. The man made T-shirt in advance of the verdict and begins to dance his crude quadrille. And they are saying, if an example is not made of this man, many dominoes will fall. And if it is happening right now, the same thing will happen. They will take them to court, and these people will go out. So I think Lady Justice should be released. Lady Justice should look at the affidavit that was sent, and Lady Justice should ensure that before the case gets on the docket, some remedy restraining the young man should be put, some mechanics, some legal mechanics should be put into place to restrain him from getting out, like the guys who were involved in the drug case, like the man named just now, Mr. Slanga, and we know of other such cases that the people absconded the country. And the government money just went. And this is what made Liberia looks like a village. I stop right there.
Okay. Thank you so much. Here's what I want. I'm having a dilemma right now. I want to roll out, since we're still on in closing of this TWA case that is dealing with, finance, economics, and what have you, and development. I want to roll this this short clip from Front Page Africa, and maybe it will bring it home. Excuse me. It's going to bring it home so that we can close up on the vote play the Yega Kolobati. So we still got at least 20 some minutes to go here. So let me play this one. This is a Front Page Africa tape. It's the GAC report that is reporting hundreds of millions of dollars unaccounted for and billions of Liberian dollars also unaccounted for under the WIA government and the step the Joseph Boaga government is taking. So let's play it. So they will tie this into what you guys are talking about. And this just that Twitter is not in the open here. He's not going. He's not done and dusted. Hold the answer. So have to answer the other question too.
Also found unauthorized withdrawals. The government audit has uncovered massive weaknesses in how Liberia collected and tracked public money between 2018 and 2024, a period covering much of former President George Weah's administration. According to the General Auditing Commission, more than $257 million and over 23 billion Liberian dollars collected through government transitory accounts could not be fully traced to the government's main revenue accounts. The audit also found unauthorized withdrawals, delayed transfers of public money, duplicate receipt numbers, missing taxpayer information, and billions in transaction discrepancies across multiple tax systems. In simple terms, the systems responsible for tracking taxes and government revenue were not properly talking to each other, creating loopholes where money could be delayed, misreported, or potentially lost. The report warns that these weaknesses increased the risk of fraud, corruption, and misuse of public funds. Now, the Boyka administration says it is launching sweeping reforms, including real-time electronic tracking systems, tighter bank monitoring, and possible criminal investigations. President Joseph Boyka has already ordered the report forwarded to the Justice Ministry and Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission to determine whether crimes were committed. The findings could become one of the most significant public finance accountability cases in recent Liberian history. A Front Page Africa report. This is Obadiah Johnson. A shocking government audit has uncovered
already. So I wanted to play this because I think it really provides the context of what we're talking about here. Let's see this for the viewers and the listeners. Look, Twe going to do a lot of crying. Twe is going to do a lot of crying. You know, if you, yeah. I mean, I don't know how to put it. Because all of this, the bulk of this stops with Twe. All these accounts that are talking about, the transitory account, the government revenue accounts, they are all under the Ministry of Finance control. Okay? And that includes the, how you call it? The word, it's not coming, but it's an account too that has everything in there. I'll get it. But anyway, all these things are run by Twe. Twe oversees all these things. The LRA takes the money, they put it in a transitory account, transfer the move on that, go to revenue account, revenue go there, and it goes to the, oh God, the other account, anyway, it'll come. And then Twe takes it and distribute it. And you're listening to the video clip there. Twe again will have to answer to all these questions. On this one, Twe cannot cry witch hunt again. The only reason why Twe is getting overwhelmed and people might be feeling sympathetic for him or towards him is because nobody has done any kind of thing in Liberia. Holding people truly responsible, accountable for what they have done. Especially at the Ministry of Finance. People have not really done that in this recent, period of Liberia. Not on the Elling, not on the WIA, but it's happening now. And people should appreciate this. But I'm going to say this. I tell you what my own boss, my own man, my political leader said live on String on Spoon. When they put asking, they said, why Boyka is not prosecuting Jowea people? He said, but that Boyka business. Well, we know if Boyka leaves, and other people there, there's no guarantee. Boyka cannot feel that other people will not prosecuting. He will be prosecuted. So it's up to Boyka. Boyka can leave Jowea and Jowea go. But when other people, somebody else come there, there's no guarantee they're going to leave him too. So is that what he's thinking on? He's missing it. And I'm speaking of Joe Molu. That's what Joe Molu said. Or Joe Molu asked a question. Why is Boyka not prosecuting the glaring act of corruption under George Weah? And the response was very clear. It was up to Boyka to decide. If he chooses not to prosecute the people under Weah, that's fine. But there's no guarantee that the people that come after him will not prosecute him. So I'm glad that he is listening. That he is listening. And he is working in this instance, in this particular instance, for the nation. Because some of us have maintained that Liberia don't have to go borrow money. The monies that are sitting in the banks, individual banks' accounts, can develop that country. if you retrieve all this money from past and present leaders and their surrogates, because there are billions of dollars sitting in those accounts, all you got to do, put your foot down, put the right people there, let them go after that money, and Liberia will not be the same anymore. Well, glad that Bugger is doing that. But we also want to say that let us not just stop with George Weah. Ellen was just 12 years ago. He can go back to Ellen too. Yes, he can go back to Ellen. And that report said, it's set from 2018, but they can go back past 2018. They can do that. Those records are still there. We want him to go back to 06. There he go back to 06 and audit. The records are there. I'm fine. Mr. Luba is right here. They did those audits. He was there as the COO. He ran the show there at the GSC. Their reports are still catching dust. They have not opened it up yet to look into it and see where the money trail will take them. As a matter of fact, he just mentioned one of the culprits here. Well, let me not say culprit, the alleged culprit, because he should have been went to jail, so we assume that he was judged. But I haven't seen that yet. But he mentioned Mr. JDT Aslanga here, that he went to jail. So if he went to jail, I would like to think that he was found guilty. That's why he got put in jail. If he was judged, So I know the records are there. So we need to go past 2018 and go all the way back, because there are too much rogues hanging around Monrovia there, driving around in beautiful cars, and like Michael and Thomas said, stealing from the future of the young people and holding the future of the young people hostage. I appreciate this so much, not because it is Samuel Tweed, but because if we want to go places as a country, if we want to get out of the predicament, this swamp, somebody needs to be held responsible. And if it is Tweed, then God bless his soul. Let it be Tweed. But let us not stop at Tweed, because Tweed was not the only one that stole from finance. There are lots of other rogues that came before Tweed. So let's open the books for everybody. If the president really mean business, you start to seem like you mean business. You allow his GSC to go in there and do a thorough job, and they have produced the evidence. They can go after it now and start prosecuting people, because enough with this stuff. This penalty has to come to an end. People have stole enough from that country and laughed at us as a country and as a people, daring us to come and do what we want to do to them, because they have set up a scheme that everybody that come through the government in that country that serve all these financial positions, they know what to do after they go into the secret corners, into the chambers. They laughed at us. They eat good food. They drink fine wine. And they knock glasses and go home to their beautiful families. That is if they have the families in Liberia there. Or the following weekend, they take trip to Abidjan, Accra, Lagos, to go enjoy life with their families. And then they come back and do it again and loot and go back. So that has to stop. I am whole 1,000% in favor of this. If Tweed is found guilty, if anybody that is found wanting for the trail of this money, because it's traceable, they did the work, it's there. People's names are there. Gaswa, who is the GSC chair, is asking for prosecution. That means he got people named listed. He said it. He listed all the finance ministers that came through there. All of them, he said that corporate. Every one of them should be called forward to answer questions from this report. So it should not just stop with Tweed. Amara Kone is there. Yeah, he's a lawmaker now. But hey, he got a record. He served as minister. Let him be called in too. Gafwan was there. What the guy named the Wamu now? Where Kamara too need to be called in. All these people need to be called in. Every one of them. If Petrie is still there, Petrie is from the central bank. Let it be called in. And I hope this thing will not only stop at the Ministry of Finance, it has to go to the ministry, so the central bank. Let it also go to the central bank. We need to know what happened at the central bank as well, because it is important for the forward march of Liberia. It is very, very important that we do this. I want to stop on that note. Mr. Nippon, I'll bring you in, sir.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Co-host. Thank you very much. Does Liberia matter? Is Liberia relevant in any conversation that we will have to be holding from time to time? Must we acquiesce? Must we aid and abet? Must we unduly undermine the potential of the children of tomorrow and continue to see Liberia being an ugly village? Or is it important to do what is right, what is justifiable? In my mind, I think the court had sufficient meat to have chewed on, whether jurors were tampered with or not. The U.S. government do not just sanction somebody when it has no proof. The U.S. government saw all of these things happening. That's why they sanctioned the Minister of Finance. And others will be sanctioned also. That alone should have been a basis for Lady Justice who are taken off. Why would the U.S. government sanction a Liberian finance minister? Why? You could use the U.S. government information to have brought this, whoever the finance minister was, whether it is Steve Weah, that brought him guilty, solely on the strength of the U.S. government. Now we are hearing here also that there is an audit report, a comprehensive audit report where we stipulate or which reports or which referees that billions of dollars, both currencies, U.S. and Liberian dollars, had been stolen, missing. Should Liberia not ask? Father Liberia money getting stolen, mother Liberia money getting stolen, she should not ask, where my money gone? Or should the little children for tomorrow, such as Chris on this set, should not ask? Shouldn't Mr. Marker Gay be anxious to know what happened to the money? Shouldn't Thomas Dan also be curious to know what happened? And since they want to know what happened, my own way of looking at it is for the government to institute a criminal drag net. A criminal drag net such that will be a control system like the scientists. The scientist has two systems. One is an open system, another one is a control system, where the pieces of matter to be formed are controlled so that they can find out exactly what is happening. That's number one. The corporate, there should be a system of protection that honor that number one, which which young Chris said, because I think his apprehension is that if the part or the boat is not covered, the fish will be exposed. So that system should be instituted so that these people cannot. They have homes in Ghana. They have homes in South Africa. They have homes elsewhere. And Nike speaks a language that is difficult for they to understand. And next time could come, and before we can open our eyes, like those drug barons, there will be nobody to talk to because you will not be able to find them. And because they are citizens of other countries, protection will be availed of them, and then Liberia stand to lose. So a protection system within the context of that draft net should be instituted. And if they are guilty, why the protection? They are honor the protection of the government, because you gotta protect the man for your own life to be preserved. When you jail somebody, it does not mean that he's guilty. You can put that person in protective custody. Margaret, I beg you, I understand. I beg you, I understand. There should be a protective custody. That protective custody will ensure when you need the people, when you need the person can be brought to face legal justice. So protective custody is highly recommended. And if they go to the court and they are judged guilty, the term in prison must be, the court will do that, and full restitution. You cannot take all my clothes from my hanker and strip me naked. You know, in a car game, the guy that game, they call strip me naked. When they eat all your money, then they strip you naked. Then you gotta go home naked. So they let them bring all the money back. Honor country, I would strongly suggest, based on what Chris has said, based on what Market Gay and Thomas Dunn and other people have said, including Mr. Nubo, because of the fear of flight risk, that where this case is being called, this is financial business, so you can't take mommy water from the market. You cannot take mommy water from the market. If it is a medical issue, have medical people on that jury as jurors. So since this is a financial matter, get experts who are close with a financial knowledge to be jurors. They will be there with evidence to prove how the money was taken, and they will justify. But if you go and take somebody from the church, and that church matter, you take somebody from the cinema, and that cinema matter. You take somebody from the market, Rally Town market, and that Rally Town market. This is about theft. This is about theft. Grand larceny. So you need people who are close, who are auditors, who are forensic auditors, that they can dig up the paper and say, this is exhibit 1, this is exhibit 2, this is exhibit 3. In congruence with these pieces of exhibit, we say our verdict is this. And now to go bring somebody from general market and put them on the verdict, on the juror bench, and people go and contaminate them. And then, what is my last point? My last point would be, people are watching the Republic of Liberia. I want to commend the government on His Excellency Joseph Boakai to make sure that no string is untied, no stone is not left to be face down. But all of the stones must be lifted up so we can see a mud there. And I want to rest on that because Mr. Nubo has made a point. There are two instances here and more than that. The drug case, they had knee exit Republica. It means that the person will not go anywhere. You can't exit the country. They seize your passport. But these people ran away under the cloud of darkness. We have another person that is in the States now, according to Mr. Nubo, who was in jail. And thank God we have Mr. George Nubo here, who served as one of the principal officers at the Bureau of Audit, who knows the figure, who knows the record. We cannot be playing with people money here. And I think we should also ensure that where the money is kept in our vault, there is a place that all the money is kept. Is the central custodian of the Liberian people money. The forensic audit must begin now. Contagion on this report are talking about billions of US dollars and Liberian dollars, 20-something billion dollars. It must be done so that we can say, okay, at the central bank, we have transparency. That nothing happened there. Or Mr. Lippi was the one that sent for the money from the central bank. We don't know what he did with it. And then Mr. Lippi gave account. And with that, I want to turn it over to Mr. Nubo. He is a technical man. He knows the figure, and then he knows all the things. So, Mr. Nubo, I pass it on to you, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Nepe. I mean, our laws are very tricky. I heard Honorable Aichi, talking about Bouaka government going back to Ellen government. All the allegations against the Ellen government, for allegation of embezzlement allegations. When we came to power, we cleared everything and give Ellen a clean slate of health. And we have statute of limitation on all these things here. On fraud, breach of fiduciary obligation. Here is what Section 4.3 says. Prosecution for an offense, a material element of which is either fraud or breach of fiduciary obligation, may be commenced even though the period provided under Section 4.2 has expired within 2 years after the discovery of the offense by the injured person or his legal representative. But in no case shall this provision extend the period of limitation otherwise applicable by more than 5 years. I mean, that's the legal clock have been ticking since Ellen left power. And we are in what?
Is that the Constitution, or you reading something from the GSC?
That's the law.
Oh, okay.
The criminal law of Liberia. It's not in the Constitution. So we piling all these things up. Ellen came yesterday, what we were talking about the 66 agreement that didn't meet the test of time, or no, you get 80%, Ellen. Move ahead. And there we mess the whole thing up. And then when Bouaka come, they will say, oh, Bouaka claimed that Ellen did not support him in 2017. That witch hunt right there. All these allegations were there against Ellen government. When we have put Ellen or NGO in the budget, giving them $1 million. So our people say you can't beat a front until you bust the eye. So we cannot beat Bouaka until we bust his eye. Thank you. Is Archie here?
No, he wants me to hold on. Mr. Amos Wright left on ceremoniously. I think his stomach was hurting him, so he couldn't talk.
Oh.
So we will.
Okay.
So we will grant him that excuse.
You're that closer. We got 9 minutes to go.
Double speak. Okay. Okay.
You can call about. We'll do that in 9 minutes.
You can call about?
Mr. Wright?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Wright was saying.
Okay.
I think.
1 second.
Yeah, we can do it in 9 minutes.
All right, 1 second.
In 9 minutes.
All right, 1 second.
Okay.
1 second. So let me play this. This is the gentleman. He's on his way. No, 1 second. He's on his way to Ghana. And I want us to listen to his response.
Passport?
I don't know what a passport, but he's speaking to the president on his way out of the country. And then this guy, what's his name? Colette from the the House also spoke on it too. No, Colette spoke on Koluba passport. Colette spoke on Koluba's passport. All right, let me play this. What's doing this? Yeah, he spoke on it. Colette spoke on it. All right, let's do this because I don't know why it's not opening up. So let me put it here.
But you can just give us the conversation. What the points that were talked about, and we can pick up from there.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Your case today was, the ruling was on today. Just that
okay.
Look, the Supreme Court have been selling paper on our house. The marshal know how to sell paper. So if it is today that the marshal don't know how to sell paper, it's up to them. You think I react here? Let Joseph Boakai go in the country. Joseph Boakai does not own this country. This country is owned by the Liberian. Joseph Boakai, please leave the road, bossman. How can I go? Joseph Boakai have decided to rob this country. Joseph Boakai is a common criminal, and he think he was for the justice system of this country. So it is today that the Supreme Court don't know how to sell paper. It's up to them. Let the Supreme Court look. My lawyer just called me. He said he took a few up to the full bench. When they reach for the 4 bench, that 4 bench on there as I do here.
The justice in chambers told your lawyers that the justice in chambers told your lawyers that you should have pressed your legal team with the rules.
So I'm working with the court now. Do I work with the court? I do not work with the court. I do not work with the court. They don't expect me to do the work of the court. This court have been serving in our house. This Supreme Court have been serving our house. And it's today, because of my kids, they don't know how to serve the house. It's up to them. When the country, investors are on their way coming. Look, Mr. Parker have lost control of this country. Mr. Parker have become very irresponsible. Mr. Parker went to Dumuya, made for all of him. All men like him, be reckless. You listen to Dumuya. Dumuya say, I have a polar issue. Somebody told your lane to tell the person, say, you own my lane. Why are you doing that? I have a polar issue. He talking to them on radio, Patrick Golo. Joseph Parker go look for
so you think there's an interference from the executive?
A level Joseph Parker don't even interfere with Qatar and your business. When you want to interfere with Tire Man, they interfere with Tire Man. Look, this thing will not move me. I'm on my way to see my family. Look, I got the information saying yesterday. I told Stanton, I said Kaba will rule this way. Senator said, I said Kaba will rule this way. Because you got somebody that drink with that, like got epilepsy. The folk cannot fit in a shoe. Any shoe you wear, he will wear the slipper. Those are serious people. Bringing the country to public relation, they cannot move me. When I get back in the country, I go my country.
This is the first stage. Do you believe in the justice system?
I believe in anything. Let them spoil the country.
What will happen if you reach the 4 bench? What will happen
next? Let the 4 bench come here, Asa. You think I react here? I don't care. Spoil the country because of Yeke. We expect Mr. Parker to be one of the best person ever in the country. But instead of being one of the best person ever in the country, he has become a reckless old man that knows very well that the lane there is for Guinea. Look, I'm maintaining that the lane at Guinea is for them. I'm maintaining my statement. I cannot revoke my statement. It is for Yeke to tell Mr. Parker sorry to be represented, to hell with the representative job. I don't need it. I don't need it. You see me passing around calling Joseph Parker. That one are talking recklessly. He's talking to them when Patrick go low. To hell with Joseph Parker. What do I care? I'm on my way to see my family.
You sound so disappointed today.
I don't sound, I'm always active. I can never get disappointed about a reckless man that was already in the grave. Joseph Parker already dead. I brought him back to life. So Joseph Parker, I can make Joseph Parker scared. He can make me scared. When the ball bounce, the root change.
Mr. Roy, I think that let's discontinue that stuff.
I said Joseph Parker, I mean, came, Mama. Joseph Parker owe me apology and he must extend the apologies. Can he say, Yeke? Say Joseph Parker, Yeke said to hell with you.
Follow that to your supporters. What do you have to say to them?
Let me say to my supporters, be strong. The process have started. When the ball bounce, the root will change. And when the root change, Joseph Parker becomes the best person ever in the history of the country because he's another criminal. Let me say thank you.
Okay. Gentlemen, it was almost done, so I had to let it finish. A few seconds to go. Okay, so there you go. Y'all still could do that. We got 3 minutes. Let me see how I can finish it up.
Well, I would not have played that.
Okay.
But it's good for us to understand the level of thinking of Mr. Koroba. It speaks to the fact that he should not have been in our house. Because in the house there, you must have people with leveled mind. You need level-minded people. You need people whose minds are not corrupt, who have decent mannerism, who are ethical, who are morally sound. But when you hear this young man, and if you were to play that in Ghana, the Ghanaians will tell him, say, you should not have been in the House of Representatives. You had a God-sent opportunity, but you blew it as it were that you had a balloon and you put too much air in it and it burst. And when the balloon bursts, then you want to cry. Look how he addresses the president of the country. As it were, he will do the same. But charity begins at home. and ends abroad. Charity, and I will say that again. The Bible is not wrong. That train up a child in the way it will grow, and when it grows, it shall not depart from it. The conduct of a man, no matter where you put him or where you put her, if that person is not polished, in due time, it will be shown. And I think this is what we are seeing. Let Mr. Nubo come in. Maybe he has a different version.
Yeah, Mr. Nubo, take us on, please. Okay,
And of thought.
Okay. Thank you. It was a good program. And now, here is the man who said through his research, he found out that land belonged to Guinea. And then he making mockery of Job Wakai, saying that Dumia asked him, oh, how is the border issue? And he's saying that somebody who took your land. I thought from an earlier statement, it was Dumia land, not Job Wakai land. In this trouble here. Now he's flipping it to make fun out of Job Wakai. And I feel that I know he looked for what he got. And it is good that he got what he got. Thank you.
Okay, Chris, I'm going to hand it over to you. I want to thank all of you to call us for listening. And I apologize for the Facebook thing. We're going to try to get it fixed before we get online tomorrow. I don't know why, but it's not something. But again, I see the likes going up. So I don't know what's going on. Really got to talk to the board tomorrow, Chris. Something is going on. I got to fix. But I want to say thanks to everybody for following the show. And Chris, send it home, please.
Thanks so much to everybody, especially.
But I should assure is on Facebook.
You're breaking up.
The like is coming from YouTube. On YouTube, other people are liking. So
that's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's coming from YouTube.
Okay. So I like to say thanks to our panelists, Mr. Nippy and Mr. Nimble and Mr. Wright. I'd like to say thanks to every one of you and our listeners and followers. I'd like to say many thanks to every one of you. As every one of us are saying, life, it depends the way you put it. If you want to talk to somebody saying good morning, it doesn't matter in which you say the good morning. When you say good morning, you don't say the proper way can be an insult. So if you want to speak out the truth, don't insult your leader. That is a problem. Don't talk any kind of way you want to talk. So, Kaluba, anything he got, he deserves it. Yeah, when he got it, it's up for him. When he not get it, it's up to him. But for we, the Liberian, we need to change our attitude. And we said that this country was built on the Christian principle. And simply mean that the young have to respect the older. The young have to respect the old. And we have to live professionally. So I like to say, thank you so much. And those of our brothers and sisters out there, let us learn to respect. If we want to talk to an elderly person, we should talk to the elderly person in that matter. We shouldn't learn from people that, oh yeah, we like the way they man bold. It's not the one we call the person is bold. When someone is bold, they take their own time. So I'd like to say thank you so much. God bless every one of us, and God bless our listener. Have a great time.
Tomorrow, Chris, I'm going to jump on you on Christian principle, built on Christian principle. you explained it, but I was going to ask you a question on the other side. You say it means that we're not supposed to disrespect our older. I agree with that, but I'll also ask you too, and we'll come back tomorrow. So we got to go. But keep in mind, I'm going to ask you about that Christian principle thing. All right.
And we'll be able to defend him too.
You sure? You can't.
We will defend him.
You cannot defend that, Mr. Nippet.
We will.
Given your country history, you cannot defend that phrase built on Christian principle. It is a farce. It is hollow. It's a shadow. I don't want to keep describing it.
Well, they say when day break, then you can see all the different things in the nighttime now. So let's say salute to the people and say bye-bye.
Exactly. Yeah, good night, sir. It was beautiful. Good night.
Thank you so much.
All right.